Good morning, children. Today I have brought you a small lesson on idioms. All these idioms are related with one of the important human organs, that is heart. So many usages are in English using heart at the center of these idioms. If you learn a few of them, it will enhance the power of our language. Whenever we write something or whenever we speak in front of an audience, we can use these phrases. We can use these idioms. An idiom is a style of a particular language, a combination of a group of words. If we remove these words individually, we don't get any meaning at all. When we consider all those words together, we get a complete meaning. That's an idiom. Now let us learn a few idioms related with our heart. Let us go. Today's lessons, idioms with a touch of heart. That is what we are going to learn today. Pursue what catches your heart, not what catches your eyes. With this quote, we can start today's lesson. It's very important for you. Pursue what catches your heart, not what catches your eyes. You follow your passion. Don't go behind the outer beauty of things or physical, material gains. Pursue your passion in life. What do you feel at heart? Let us start with our first idiom. At the heart. At the heart means in one's deepest feelings or one's deepest spirit or fundamentally what you are. One example sentence. I am a vegetarian at heart. You can make different sentences with at heart. I am innocent at heart. What people blame on him, I don't believe in it. I think he is innocent at heart. Look at the second one. Do one's heart good. Do one's heart good, which means to lift one's spirits or make one happy. That is, do one's heart good. Take an example. As a friend, his primary obligation is to do her heart good as she has been suffering from COVID-19. So do one's heart good means to lift the spirit of a suffering person. As a friend, his primary obligation, his primary duty is to do her heart good. To do her heart good here means to lift her spirit because she has been suffering from COVID-19. Go to this third one. By heart. This is a common word, everyone knows it. By hearting things. Meaning, learn by rote. Rote, memorizing things. Or you can say that memorized word for word. That is by heart. You can make a word like by hearting. By hearting a poem, something like that. One Example sentence. The new education policy 2020-21 does not promote by hearting things. So by heart is a word always we hear in our classrooms and in our educational policies everywhere. So new educational policy provides us to stop this by hearting of things. Okay, let us move on to the next phrase, next idiom. From the bottom or from the depth of one's heart. This is the next idiom. From the bottom of one's heart or from the depth of one's heart, which means with the deepest appreciation, most sincerely. Look at the example sentence. The teachers and parents applauded the winners from the bottom of their hearts. You can also use this phrase when you come over a stage to address somebody there, to felicitate or to greet somebody. You can use this phrase. From the depth of my heart, I congratulate all the first prize winners. Like that you can use. So it's a wonderful phrase. From the bottom of one's heart or from the depth of one's heart. Now let us move to the next one. Have one's heart in one's mouth. Have one's heart in one's mouth, which means to be extremely frightened or anxious. When you are in a frightened situation or in an anxious mood, use this idiom, have one's heart in one's mouth. Example sentence. The terror attack just in front of him put his heart in his mouth, which means he was totally frightened. To put heart in his mouth here means a totally frightened situation. If we reach at a totally frightened situation, we can say that have one's heart in one's mouth. Let's move to the next one. Have one's heart in the right place. Have one's heart in the right place, which means to be well intentioned without any wickedness. Well intentioned. People who do things or their duties very innocently, we call it have one's heart in the right place. Look at the example sentence. Modern politicians are subjected to the blame of not having their hearts in the right place, because most of the scams that appear in newspapers related with these politicians, so they are subjected to this blame. What's the blame? Their hearts are not in the right place, which means they did or they do some unwanted interference with things. Okay, let us move on to the next. Heart and soul. Wonderful. Heart and soul, which means completely, entirely. You can make sentences like, he has achieved this height after devoting his heart and soul in studies. Those who scales the heights of their life, they achieve it after devoting their heart and soul in it. So heart and soul here means completely, entirely, a devotion. Okay, let us move on to the next idiom. In one's heart of hearts. In one's heart of hearts, which means in the seat of one's truest feelings. In the seat of one's truest feelings. Look at the sentence here. Everyone places one's parents in one's heart of hearts. Everyone places one's parents in one's heart of hearts. In vice versa also. Because this is the most noblest relationship in human life. So we all consider our parents as our heart of hearts. Let us move on to the next. Let us go to the next phrase. Lose one's heart too, which means to fall in love with. Take one example. All nature lovers will lose their heart at the scenic beauty of northeastern states of India. Lose one's heart too. All nature lovers will lose their heart at the scenic beauty of northeastern states of India. Or you can say that Romeo loses his heart when he sees Juliet. Let us go to next. Steal someone's heart. Steal someone's heart means to win someone's affection or love. Look at the example sentence. In most of our films, we see the heroes do many things to steal the heart of heroine. In most of our films, we see this. Steal one's heart to win someone's affection. If you answer all questions the teacher asks you, you can steal the heart of your teacher. If you win first prize in any competitive examination, you can steal the heart of your parents. Like that, many sentences we can make. Okay, let us move on to the next one. Take to heart. Take to heart here means to take seriously, to take to heart. We sometimes in our casual talks, we say to our friends that don't take my criticism to heart. Don't take my criticism to heart, which means don't take it seriously. Don't take it seriously. Take to heart means take something seriously. Okay, let us move on to the next one. Next phrase is to one's heart's content. Content here means satisfied. But the idiom completely means to one's satisfaction. Look at here. He traveled across the world to his heart's content, which means for his own satisfaction he went around the world. Look at the next idiom. Wear one's heart on one's sleeve. Wear one's heart on one's sleeve, which means to show one's feelings clearly and openly by one's behavior. From a man's behavior, if he can understand his feelings very clearly, we can use the idiom wear one's heart on one's sleeve. Look at an example sentence. A man of innocence always wears his heart on his sleeve. A frank, open-minded man. Nothing there in him to hide. Such persons can be described with the idiom wear one's heart on one's sleeve. Let us move on to the next one. With all heart. With all heart means with great willingness or pleasure. Look at the example sentence. Charity is what we give people with all our heart. Charity is what we give people with all our heart, which means what we give with willingness, with pleasure. That is called charity. With half a heart, which means in a half-hearted manner. In a half-hearted manner, not fully satisfied. If you sit to study with a half heart, you can't progress in your attempt. If you sit to study with a half heart here means half-hearted manner. I want it, I don't want it. Such a manner. If you sit in front of your book with such a half a heart, you can progress in your attempt. Children, I am giving this lesson with all my heart, so you should receive it with from the bottom of your heart. Don't receive it as a half-hearted manner. This is part of empowering your language skills. You write down all these phrases and idioms in your notebook and try to use it whenever you get a chance to express something in your own sentences. These idioms are very helpful to make your language attractive. That will make the reader impressive, and through this you can score high marks. Nobody can cross you. So learn it and like the video.